It's December 11th, so let's see what we have for the daily rollover today. Starting in the item shop, we get the Gingerbread Raider back in the shop with the Bittersweet's backbling, and it's reactive, so Bittersweet's backbling reacts to elimination, so it'll smile. The Ginger Sledge Harvesting Tool. And next we got the Gingerbread Bundle. I believe this is new. We got the Merry Marauder with the Mini Marauder backbling, Ginger Gunner with the Giddy Gunner backbling, and then the Cookie Cutter Harvesting Tool. And they all got the styles for a frown and a smile, and then a burnt frown and a burnt smile. So you can see that on both of them. Anyway, moving on, we got them sold separately. The Ginger... Oh, wait. The Ginger Sled... Oh, I couldn't see it because it was on a different page. But yeah, the Ginger Sled does come in the bundle. And then we got the Gleam Team. Or actually, before we move on, if you are going to be picking up anything in the shop today, make sure you use my supporter creator code CyberPenguin in the item shop. But anyway, moving on, we got the Gleam Team Bundle with Pulse, and the Glow Grin Backbling, Flow with the Vibe Star Backbling, Vibax, and we got the Glow Wings Glider. And next up we got the Sonic Glow Wrap, which gets wiggly whenever you shoot. And we got them all separately, Red Jade with her Blue Jade and the Maki Monster edit style, Splatterella with the Llama Buster Backbling, leave the door open. And then we got the Icebreaker. Frolic is still in the shop. Still such a weird emote. Sproing. And then we've got the Kate and Marcus still in the shop, so I won't go over them again, as well as the Jordan skins and 'Tis the Season. I won't go over them again since I went over them before in past videos. Anyway, while we are moving on to Save the World, shout out to Magical Unicorn, Chicken Master 12, and Rum5. If you want to shout out in my videos, you can get one by becoming a channel member by clicking a blue join button next to the subscribe button. Anyway, for the stores, we actually got two new things. We got the Ice Queen, and she has the commander perk Cold to the Touch Plus, increases damage against frozen enemies by 14%, and Seismic Smash freezes enemies for 2.75%. So standard perk isn't really that good, but the commander perk, where the Seismic Smash freezes enemies, that is a pretty fun thing to use. It's not really like great in the high levels, but it's still a pretty fun ability. And then we got the Coco 45, which it's a Coco 45. Anyway, for the Daily Llama, we have the Super Melee Llama. Next up, we have for the VBUCK missions, we actually have 3 today, which is super crazy. It's like Christmas came early. There's in Stonewood a 5 Retrieve the Data, which is this one right here, and then in Plankerton, there is a 23 Red Lighting, so a lot of you will be able to play these. And sadly, the last one is in Twine, but it is in the lower power level. It is a 88 Evacuated Shelter. And now moving on to the Perka missions. In the group mission, starting in Twine, there's a 140 Retrieve the Data. And then there's also a 140 for Atlas Mission, a 124 Deliver the Bomb, and a 116 for Atlas Mission for 4 times Legendary Perk Up, so a pretty good one today. And then in Canny Valley, there is a 64 Retrieve the Data for more Perk Up. And now moving on to the Survivor missions, there actually are no Survivor missions and oh my god, I'm stuttering so much. There are no Survivor missions in any of the zones today, so that's pretty surprising. So moving on to the Epic and Higher Rarity Schematic and Hero mission, starting in Twine for 108 Repair to Shelter, that's the first one, for a Legendary Maverick, and then there's a 116 Deliver the Bomb for a Epic Tar Pit. By the way, you need to pick up Tar Pit. If you don't already have Tar Pit, you run this mission, you need it. It stops everything right in their tracks. Even if a Smasher is rushing, nothing can stop that except a Tar Pit, maybe a Bull Rush, but like, Tar Pit, that's the way to go, because you don't need a Constructor to do a Tar Pit, whereas you need a Bull Rush, or Constructor to do Bull Rush. That didn't make sense. Anyway, moving on, there's a 108 Retrieve Data for a Epic Whirling Doom, and then moving on into Canny Valley, we have in the Storm King Zone, there is a Legendary Ranger, a 64 Retrieve the Data, which is right here for a Epic Vacuum Tube Sword, and a 52 Retrieve the Data in a group mission for a Epic Pummeler. And then there are no good schematic hero missions in Plankerton and Stone. Oh my god, I can't talk at all. In Plankerton or Stonewood, holy crap, I'm just stumbling all over my words. Anyway, for the best evolution materials in every zone, starting with the Twine Peaks Pure Drops Terrain, there actually is none. So moving on to Lightning in Bottle, there's a 160 Evacuated Shelter. For the Eye of the Storm, there's a 140 Evacuated Shelter. For the Storm Chart, there's a 132 Retrieve the Data. And then for the reperk, this is super surprising. There's a 160 retrieve the data, a 160 repair the shelter, and the 160 deliver the bomb. Actually, all have reperks, so you can play either one you want. I would personally play retrieve the data. That's the easiest one in the game. But yeah, that shouldn't be allowed though. Like one of these should be like pure drops because we got no pure drops today. But sadly, it isn't. Anyway, moving on into Candy Valley for the hero XP. There is none. For the survivor XP, 70 evacuate a shelter, and for the schematic XP, a 52 retrieve the data, and then there is also a 58 evacuate a shelter for 4 times Eye of the Storm. And now for Plankerton, for the hero XP, 40 2 Atlas mission, for the survivor XP, 34 2 Atlas mission, and for the schematic XP, a 23 retrieve the data. And then lastly in Stonewood for the hero XP, there is a 5 Ride the Lightning. There's no survivor XP, so for the schematic XP, there's a 15 retrieve the data. And anyway, that will mark the end for this daily rollover video, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on the next one, as well as like if you liked the video, and remember to use my supporter creator code CyberPenguin if you are going to be buying anything in the shop today. And if you want to support me in a better way, you could do so by becoming a channel member by clicking a blue join button next to the subscribe button, or by becoming a patron by clicking a Patreon link on screen now. But anyway, I will see you next time.